Hello and welcome back to Gorilla Man's Garage. Yes, today we have the Potensic Atom 2. How does it stack up to any of the competition? Everybody's saying it's the DJI killer. I hate that phrase, but anyway, they say it's the next best thing. It's just as good. It's better than the 2s. It's this, whatever. There are a few annoyances that I pointed out in my last video. I'll put up there. But overall, it's a pretty darn good drone. So, what does it compare to that's out there on the market today? Well, you have a lot of things to consider, and I consider a lot of things, and over the last 3 or 4 days, I've flown 6 different drones, comparing it to this. And the only way to compare it is apples to apples. Apples to apples, you say? Yes, okay. A lot of drones have 4K capabilities, 4K 30, 4K 60, 4K blah, 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 whatever. Not all of them do, like the Atom 2. It has 4K 30, 2.7 at 30, but it has 1080p at 60. All the other ones have 1080p at 60. So that's what we did. We went out to 2 different locations, flew 3 different drones in each location, tried to do basically the same flight, because not all of them have a waypoint mission that I can plan exactly the same. But one was out and back over a reservoir and a river, and the other one was out and back over the valley just south of here. Okay? Each one I compared to the Atom 2, and I put them in a collage 1, 2, 3, and we're going to have a look at them now. The first one we're going to look at is the comparison between 1080p at 60 frames per second, the Atom 2, versus the DJI Mini3 versus the Fimi X8 Tele. Why did I pick those? Because everybody's saying, oh, you've got to compare it with the DJI Mini3. You've got to compare it with a really good drone like that. That's what it's compatible with. I kind of disagree a little bit, but there you go. Why did I pick the Fimi X8 Tele? It has a 1/2 inch sensor. This has a 1/2 inch sensor. The DJI Mini3 has a 1/1.3 sensor. Okay, so we've got 2 1/2 inch sensors and one 1/1.3 sensor. So the DJI should be a little bit better, right? Let's have a look. How much do they compare? Is there any difference? Have a look at the short little clip here. Well, not short, but it's a run out and back. You can speed it up if you want. I'll put it in the chapters below. Then don't go away, because we're going to come back with a second comparison where I compare the Atom 2 to the Atom 1 and to the Fimi Mini3 SE. And you'll see on the screen the size of the cameras. Atom 2 has a 1/2 inch sensor. Okay? The Atom 1 has a 1/3 sensor. And the Fimi Mini3 SE has a 1/2.4 sensor. Okay? You be the judge. Here's the first clip now. Roll it. how was that? Pretty good. Hard to see on a little screen. Put it on the big screen, a lot easier to negotiate and have a look and look at little differences here and there. We had the Atom 2, the DJI Mini3, and the X8 Tele. The X8 Tele and the Atom 2 have a 1/2 inch sensor, and the DJI Mini3 has a 1/1.3 sensor, which is a little bit bigger. Okay, there you go. Next up, we have the Atom 2, the Atom 1, and the Fimi Mini3 SE. The Mini3 SE has a 1/2.4 camera, the Atom 1 has a 1/3 camera, and this has a 1/2 inch sensor on the camera. Okay, so pretty close, pretty close. Let's run that. Let's have a look. I did it at the little reservoir in a little town just southeast of here. Have a look and come back for a conclusion. Okay, let's go. And there you have it, the Atom 2, the Atom 1, and the Fimi Mini3 SE. All with different size cameras, okay? 1/2 inch on this one, 1/3 on the Atom 1, and a 1/2.4 on the Fimi Mini3 SE. All did surprisingly well. You be the judge for yourself, okay? There we go. One more thing coming soon, and I'm going to put it together today or tomorrow, okay? and we're going to get at that right now. Well, I was going to get right at it right now, but we had a rainstorm, so postponed till probably tomorrow. But what have you seen so far? You've seen 6 different slides of different drones that are supposed to be compatible or in competition with the Atom 2, and how do they compete? How do they stack up? Everything at 1080p at 60 frames per second. That's not bad. The one thing that is missing, where's the most direct comparison drone to the Atom, Potensic Atom 2? The Fimi Mini3. And that's what we were trying to get out today, but we couldn't quite get to it. So we're going to get to it a little later, tomorrow, today, tomorrow, something like that. Okay. We're going to do a direct comparison between the Fimi Mini3 and the Atom 2. Stay tuned for that. Okay. In the meantime, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell, buy me a coffee, or better yet, buy a drone. Bye now.